Good morning, everybody. I'm 𝑧Wade, the 𝑧Wade, and 𝑧Wade Photo, and today we are editing a subscriber's submission. This particular image comes from a subscriber that goes by the name 𝑭𝑻𝑪 𝳄𝒂𝒍. So thank you, 𝑭𝑻𝑪 𝳄𝒂𝒍, for submitting this photo for me to do my thing with. If you'd like to have one of your photos edited, you can email zwadephotosales@gmail.com, and I'll send you the drive that you can upload your image to. Please keep in mind, I will only edit raw images. Some of my editing can get pretty intensive, and I need all of the info that I can get. So we have a portrait that was taken on the Nikon D800 with a 85mm f1.8 lens. I do not know if that is the D or the G or the what it is. Just know it's an 85 1.8. So I'm expecting some fringing in some places, which we do have right here. Looks like some green fringing right here. Since it's a portrait, I absolutely want to do my work in Luminar Neo for the skin softening and things like that. But first, I just want to make a few little corrections. So let's see. That takes care of the purple fringe. Let's see if we can do anything on this little green fringe up here. A little bit. There we go. Probably not going to be able to do anything with this up here. The bokeh does look really nice, though. Great bokeh off this lens. Nice and bubbly. So we got our minor things. Man, this green fringe right here, I don't think I'm going to be able to take care of that. That's okay. We'll just leave that alone. And let's get this opened up in Luminar. We're going to jump over to Edit, and I'm going to go down to Skin AI. We're just going to give it some until I'm satisfied. That's pretty good, and we'll probably do the rest in Photoshop. If you want to check out Luminar for yourself, there will be a link in the description. It helps out the channel if you go and check it out. Definitely some cool tools in there. And so now we're going to take this copy that came from Luminar, and we're going to edit in Adobe Photoshop. And then from here, I can switch to my Wacom pen. See that? I love this thing, and we can do a little retouching. This absolutely kicks the crud out of using a mouse. All right, now if you notice, I just went through and I removed some red spots. I did not do anything with the freckles. We don't want our subjects to not look like people, and freckles are what make you you. Things like freckles, beauty marks, tattoos. If you don't want freckles and beauty marks and tattoos in your image, then don't shoot a model that has those things. We like to keep people around here. There we go. Now we have a very natural looking retouch, and we can save that image now and go back into Lightroom. There we go. There's a little bit of a before and after. Very minor, not crazy. And I can switch back to my mouse. Now we can get into the fun stuff. So let's do just a quick edit here. See what we can do. Bring this down a little bit. Give it some contrast. Let's pull those highlights a little. Let's give it some shadow to bring out the outfit here. Give it some clarity, some dehaze. I pulled back on texture just a little bit because we do have some grain in the image, and this is old school grain. In the D800 and D850, they have really good grain structure, but I'm used to editing, over the last 5 years, more modern cameras, and so that's how I treat it. Instead of going in and doing noise reduction, which tends to kind of soften things too much, texture just kind of pulls some of the finer highlights. It just looks better, I think. I don't know that I am crazy about this angle personally. And so let me try to reduce some of the headroom. Let's see, 8.5, 11. That kind of puts us close to like a rule of thirds. I like this better. This is totally subjective, but I kind of like this amount of headroom better. So we'll leave it at that. Let's give it a little vignette. I like doing my vignettes with a radial gradient. I like having control over my vignette because I can do things like this, and I can kind of get more of this arm in if I want. I don't think it's necessary on this. The head is tilting this way a little bit, so I'll probably follow that tilt with my radial gradient here. Now let's invert that. Let's pull that down. And if we're doing right quick and in a hurry, we're just about done. I like the colors personally, so I don't feel like I need to change the colors a little bit. I like the orange coming through from her hair, from the light being behind it. I like that. That's not offensive. I don't need to pull it down. I might brighten the eyes just a little. Let's try first the select people. You could easily do this with just a brush as well, but let's see how it does on identifying the eyes. Iris and pupil. It's a little goofy, but we can fix it. I don't like the job that it did. We're just going to do a regular brush ourselves. I don't like getting all the way out to the edge. I like to leave a little bit. This doesn't have to be incredibly detailed. We're just adding a little sparkle. And we add a little sparkle by doing a little clarity, which darkens a little bit, and then some brightness. So we boost up that clarity, maybe the texture. And then we can do just a little exposure to kind of brighten them a little. You gotta be real subtle. It'll look real good when you're close, but when you zoom out, it can start to look like kind of crazy. So we'll just add a little bit of brightness. It's actually a little intense. Pull it down just a little. There we go. You gotta do some whites, some darks, getting some kind of blue or something in the dress that I don't care for. So let's select this tool right here. Let's see what it is. Yeah, it's a little blue. Just pull that down. There we go. And that's what I would do if I was just going to do a quick manual portrait edit. I want to thank 𝑭𝑚𝑪 for submitting this image. If you want one of your images edited, you can email zwadephotosales@gmail.com. You can just say you want some of your images edited, and I will send you the Google Drive for you to upload your raw images to. I'm 𝑧Wade, the 𝑧Wade, and 𝑧Wade Photo. Stay sharp, YouTube.